Diversity, equity, and inclusion. We're continuing the conversation. Once a corporate priority, now it's become a point of debate. We've got companies like PepsiCo, Target, and Walmart reportedly scaling back or at least reevaluating certain aspects of their DEI programs. We've seen huge controversies spark. Is DEI evolving or unraveling? It's something to discuss. But first, let's take a look at what my generation at a university had to say about this issue. Today, we're talking to individuals at a certain university around DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion, and what their thoughts are. I have no idea what to expect. Let's go. When you hear DEI, what comes to your mind?
Diversity, equity, inclusion.
I think of inclusion.
It means is making a space where everyone feels comfortable and safe.
Diversity.
It's really important to include everyone, regardless of whatever you see.
We need diversity, and typically involving diversity hires.
Trump made an executive order to get rid of DEI. Do you feel like that's a step forward or a step backwards?
Shift in direction, maybe he's trying something new.
Backward. He's not inclusive at all.
Is it good to make a decision based off of hiring a non-marginalized group or a marginalized group?
I would only hire them based on the person that they are today.
Hire someone that they feel like is the best suitable.
You have the values and the qualities that they value more.
Based off of skin color or religious background, is that fair?
No.
So clearly my generation, at least what I got from it, seems to be a little bit confused, or the lines to them may have blurred. And the conversation on DEI, what I'm starting to realize is there's a bigger umbrella than what maybe you originally think. And that was something that kind of struck me when I was researching for this show. John, I want to ask you really quickly, and then Viola, we'll jump over to you. In recent years, has DEI evolved for the positive or for the negative within government, organizations, corporations, education systems, that kind of thing? Have they evolved in a positive way, or are you seeing, you mentioned the lines are getting a little blurred.
It depends on which perspective you're looking at it. I'm sure that there's many groups that have found advantages in the policies. So if you're speaking from their perspective, you're going to find a lot of positive stories and anecdotes. I think the government, as far as the government's concerned, I think that it might actually be causing, like I said earlier, more division than cohesion. And I think that's starting to scare a lot of the politicians. I noticed yesterday in the Liberal debate, it didn't come up at all four candidates on stage. They barely talked. I don't even think they talked about it. So where 10 years ago, it was the number one topic.
Interesting. Now, Viola, I want to throw it over to you. Do you feel that we've seen that kind of change for the better in companies, organizations? I'm hearing some of these fighting arguments from these big corporations scaling back. Is that a sign for something?
Yeah, I think it definitely has a ripple effect ever since US has done this executive order. But studies have shown that diverse teams really can drive innovation and business success. And we've have lots of studies that can prove that. So I think the real issue is poorly implemented DEI, not DEI itself. Okay, so I want to jump on that. And Anne-Marie, I want to jump over to you, because my question is, what is diversity? When I think of diversity, there's kind of two different ways you can think about it. Okay, do we have people with different ethnic or different genders, men, women, different people with different sexual orientations within companies? Do we make that the primary focus, or diversity from a more broader range of, we come from different backgrounds, we bring in different ideas? Because to me, that's two different things. Or is that all in the same, Anne-Marie?
No, they're different things. And, diversity essentially, as a definition, is all the ways in which we differ. And so there are various dimensions of diversity. A lot of it is visible and a lot of it is invisible, right? And so it is that intersectionality of all of the pieces that make us who we are. And as soon as you've got two people in the room, you've got diversity. So I think that we want to be broader in our understanding of diversity and how it shows up in individuals and in interactions in the workplace. Having said that, within diversity, if you add the lens of equity and inclusion, then we have to recognize that historically there have been groups that have been systematically, let's say, underemployed or unemployed in the Canadian marketplace, right?
That's not statistically true, though. If you actually look, Stats Canada says that Asians and East Indians over a 20-year study are the highest earners, and they're actually doing very well in STEM. And it said that white people were at basically in the middle. So I don't actually you can always find studies, but that was Stats Canada, and they basically found that as I said.
But those are two examples that you shared, right? And within even the Asian community isn't a monolith, and there are particular Asian groups that have more systemic barriers than others.